She walked into school with her head held high, but that didn't stop the whispers, the sneers, the way they looked at her like she didn't belong. Then came the bully, louder, crueler, ready to humiliate her in front of everyone. But as he laughed, thinking he had won, he had no idea who she really was. And when the truth came out, it wasn't her who'd be left embarrassed. It was him. What happens next will shock everyone. She had always been different, not because she wasn't smart or kind, but because she didn't fit the image some people had in mind. At her elite private school, money and status mattered more than character. And being a black girl in that world meant constant stares and whispered judgments. Still, she ignored it, focusing on her studies, pushing forward like her father taught her. But some people didn't want her to belong. And today one bully would make sure she knew it, what he didn't realize. He was about to embarrass himself in the worst way possible. The hallway buzzed with laughter as students gathered around their lockers, but all eyes locked onto her when he spoke. The school's biggest bully, a boy who thrived on making others feel small, smirked as he stepped in front of her. "Shouldn't you be in a different school?" he sneered, his voice loud enough for everyone to hear. "Or did you get lost on your way to the free lunch line?" A few students chuckled. Others glanced away, uncomfortable but silent. She clenched her fists, willing herself to ignore him. But he wasn't done. He circled her like a predator, eyes gleaming with cruel amusement. "What's the matter? Got nothing to say? Or do you need someone to speak for you?" His voice dripped with mockery. Heat flushed through her, but she refused to react. She had dealt with bullies before, but this time something was different. He had no idea who she really was. And when he found out, his world was about to flip upside down. The bully wasn't satisfied with just words. He wanted a reaction. With a smirk, he grabbed her backpack and yanked it off her shoulder, dumping its contents onto the floor. Books scattered, pens rolled, and laughter erupted from the crowd. "Oops," he said mockingly. "Guess you can't afford a decent bag either." Her chest tightened, but she didn't flinch. Instead, she calmly bent down, gathering her things. The bully frowned. This wasn't the reaction he expected. Then a voice cut through the noise. "Hey, isn't that Vin Diesel?" someone muttered, pointing toward the entrance. Gasps rippled through the crowd as the school doors swung open. A tall, unmistakable figure strode in, eyes locked onto the scene. The once laughing students fell silent, the bully's face drained of color, because in that moment he realized he hadn't just humiliated any girl. He had humiliated Vin Diesel's adopted daughter, and now he was the one frozen in fear. The hallway was silent. No more laughter, no more taunts, just the wide-eyed realization that they had messed with the wrong girl. Vin Diesel didn't need to say a word. His presence alone was enough. The bully, once so confident, suddenly looked like a scared little kid. He mumbled an apology, avoiding her gaze, but the damage was done. She didn't need revenge. She didn't need to humiliate him back. She simply stood tall, collected her things, and walked away with her father by her side. Because true power wasn't about proving anything. It was about knowing your worth no matter what others said. But here's the real question. Why does it take status and fame for people to finally show respect? Because if she hadn't been Vin Diesel's daughter, would they have stood up for her? Or would they have just watched in silence like they always did?